Your prince, my queen, my bitch. Your lips, your eyes, your hips, your thighs. We met tonight. I hit tonight. You big, I big, I hit it right. She dick, much ice. You smoke, I drink. I know you think that I was good tonight. Off the rip, look what I did. I made a 20 out of 25 cents. I got the enemy streaming my shit. I make a broad only like coochie like this. Me and him, we ain't the same. He ain't got an ounce of game up in that brain. He love to try to throw smut up on my name. But when I see him, it be yelling gang gang. Like we homies, but we not.
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Go ahead and drop a plug in the chat if you can hear me okay. My name is the Holy Lord Sanctus, God of the Coast, Miss Nikki 773. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. This is Connect the Coast Radio. We're the only radio station in the 805 playing 805 hip hop and R&B every Monday through Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Usually, I know it's later than that right now. It's 7 o'clock, but I do have a job, y'all. I do gotta work, and right now I'm working on a really, really big project, and so it might affect CTC radio schedule until the end of July, believe it or not. I'm excited about it because the project is really, really dope, and I can't wait to tell all of y'all about the project, but work has to take priority. Mo Sharice, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. But when I show y'all this project, oh boy, when I show y'all this project, I can't show y'all and tell y'all till 2025, but this project is major, it's massive, it's huge. I'm super excited about it. The Card Photos is in here. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Yo, since I've been gone I wasn't able to stream yesterday. We had technical difficulties. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? John Merck, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you can. Can you hear me is the question, because they couldn't hear me yesterday. That was the problem. Drop a plug in the chat if you could hear me. Mo Sharice said, I shared with my artist friends from San Jose. Mo Sharice, that's what makes you the goddamn MVP in this motherfucker. You deserve a round of applause. So thank you. And she says they can hear me. Thank you so much. Yo, I really, really appreciate you for doing that. That means the world to me. For those that don't know where the 805 is, we're the elbow part of California. You know what I'm saying? We're right in between LA and San Francisco. That whole stretch of California is the 805 area code. So the music that you hear tonight will be from that area. I have to go when my phone rings, so I'm going to be on with you until my phone rings. That means once my phone rings, that means I got to go back to work. Like I said, work takes priority. Unless you guys want to buy up all the merch in our shop so I could just do this full time, then I'll take that as well. But our the link for our merch shop is in our bio, so you can go ahead and check out our shop. Get yourself a hoodie or a t-shirt. I know it's summertime, so the heat is coming. Maybe you want to get yourself a t-shirt. Mo Sharice said LA, not the Bay, with the pin drop. She knows what it is. Mo Sharice, do we know each other? I feel like you my spirit animal in this chat. I'm into it. Straight Lace No Chase says back bracking again. DCCCV85 just joined. Thank you for joining. DCCCV85, no disrespect, but that round of applause was for Mo Sharice. That wasn't for you. Mo Sharice is in here acting up, and I love to see it. Thank you so much. DJ Brother C just joined. Mama Doo-Wop is in the chat. What's good, y'all? Thank you for joining. Mercado says, I just put up... Hold on, let me do it the right way. I was trying to use my skin as contrast, but it didn't work. John Mercado said, I'm goddamn. Oh, Grant Bino said, I'm goddamn everywhere. John Mercado said, yo, yes, sir. And I just put someone on Shorty Doo-Wop. They love it with the fire. Yo, and you deserve a round of applause for that. Speaking of, Shorty Doo-Wop is dropping new music this Friday. June 21st called All G's Go to Heaven. So make sure you're following Shorty Doo-Wop on Spotify. That's Shorty with a $sign instead of a S. Make sure you're following him on all streaming platforms because he's dropping brand new fire-ass music featuring Cav this Friday called All G's Go to Heaven. So make sure you tap in there. Mo Cherie says, Shorty Doo-Wop with the flames. Mama Doo-Wop says, gym time, CTC time. I love it. I love it. John Mercado says, we were kicking it out Outlaws last night, showing me some stuff, and I could tell you the people ain't ready with the flames. I love it. The name Uno is in the chat. He says, the champ is here. What's good, family at Grambino? Yo, all this community love. I love to see it since I've been gone. I like the energy in here right now. Look, y'all, it's been so much shit popping since I've been gone. I don't even know where to start. So there is Chris Brown is out here breaking up relationships with his VIP meet and greets. We could talk about that. Kendrick Lamar might be out here buying streams. We could talk about that. I could give y'all my opinion on that. There was something else. There's a couple things that happened. Lefty Gunplay, who is a Latino rapper, is talking about how he would never let his daughter date a black dude, and he gives his reasons why. We could talk about that. I feel like those are my 3 topics that I really want to talk about tonight, but y'all can let me know where you want to start in the chat. Let me know what is most important to you, what sounds most interesting to you, and we'll start there in the chat. And again, I'm only going to be on here till the phone rings. Grambino says, let's start with Adobe. And Justin Timberlake got arrested. I ain't even going to hold you, Grambino. I didn't read that whole text. Let me read it right now. Grambino sent me a text about Adobe, and he said they changed their terms of service to allow the following: total access to your content, not just by automated systems, but by using CSAM as the reason. What does CSAM stand for? Which in and of itself is pretty nuts, but also creates tons of legal issues for anyone using it. Example, if I have an NDA to test a new camera, Adobe can just look at my footage. That's crazy. Number 2, they can just use your work to train AI. If you don't find this, if you don't opt out, then they can use it, and you have to look for the tiny little checkbox in the terms of service. Enough to say that a lot of people are still leaving Adobe, myself included, until they fix it, or if they don't, it's going to be a brutal time at Adobe. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I don't know that we're going to talk about that tonight, but I'm telling you what I'm going to do is just make a lot of AI content and edit it within Photoshop, and then they can deal with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we can talk about that another show. I definitely want to get a little spicy tonight because we haven't been on. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll start with Chris Brown. We'll start light. Chris Brown out here breaking up happy homes. This comes from Luminary Sounds, a very dope radio show out of Oxnard, California. If you're not familiar, get to know them. They do very, very dope content, a local show playing R&B and giving you news about the culture. Fresh out of Oxnard, Junior Lido, Misty, and the team over there doing great work. So once I transfer this to my computer, we'll talk about that first and watch reporting from them. Lolly Fat just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream. So did Issa Clarissa. Mo Cherie says, I heard some opinions on left stating that he wouldn't let his daughter date blacks, and people said that just like within their culture, they just wouldn't want their children dating outside of their culture. I think he and Mo Cherie says race as well, and that whenever their child decides to get home, they love and respect it. I think that's an interesting take. We're definitely going to get to the Lefty Gunplay thing. I think I'm most excited to talk about the Lefty Gunplay shit, so we'll talk about that last. But I think that's good insight, Mo Cherie. We're going to talk about this Chris Brown shit first. This is Chris Brown. Luminary Sounds talking about it. Let's go.
So recently, Chris Brown, as probably people know he's very popular for doing like really personal photos when they do meet and greets at his concerts. So recently he was doing a photo with some lady, and then it comes out that her boyfriend actually broke up with her after he saw the photos because he didn't like that Chris Brown was touching up on her in that photo. So
And they kind of look like prom pictures, right? Like prom pictures and stuff.
a lot of them are.
Well,
Yeah.
Chris Brown gets real comfortable with
Real
He gets real
personal.
He's squeezing them in tight. And you know, if I'm somebody that a lot of women adore Chris Brown, you might be a little jealous about that. But Chris Brown's not taking your girl, bro. He's like, he's got a line that he's getting a rack for each girl. Like, move past that, bro. It's not a big deal.
To me, he's all, I want to give my fans like what they paid for. Like they're paying $1,000.
That fantasy, touch my cheeks.
They're paying $1,000. Let's give them what they want.
Just saying.
Touch my cheeks is wild. So let's back this up and let's give y'all a little bit of context. So Chris Brown is out on tour right now on his 11/11 tour. And he has an option as a ticket. Jay Riley's in the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. And Mo Cherie says, my bad, so many spelling errors. It's all good, sis. All that we care about is that you're in the chat and you're engaged. We appreciate you being here. She said, Chris Brown out here fucking up relationships. They paying a whole rack for this shit, y'all. Yeah, so the context is Chris Brown is on tour right now, his 11/11 tour, and you can buy a meet and greet with Chris Brown, and he'll take like a yearbook type picture with you, and a lot of women are buying these tickets, and it's $1,100 per ticket for a meet and greet. And most of these pictures is Chris Brown just taking two scoops, like two giant handfuls like this of ass cheeks and just grabbing on ass cheeks. And women all over the country and world are paying $1,100 to let him grip on the cheeks and take pictures that, you know, I don't know what they're doing with these pictures, but they're really, really, really excited about it. And so Luminary Sounds is talking about how one of these women bought a meet and greet and took a really like intimate picture with Chris, and she has a boyfriend, and her boyfriend was upset about it and he broke up with her. And so they're saying like, what would you have done in that situation?
So recently, Chris Brown, as probably people know, he's very popular for doing like really personal photos when they do meet and greets at his concerts. So recently he was doing a photo with some lady, and then it comes out that her boyfriend actually broke up with her after he saw the photos because he didn't like that Chris Brown was touching up on her in that photo. So
and they kind of look like prom pictures, right? Like prom pictures and stuff.
A lot of them are.
Well,
yeah.
Chris Brown gets real comfortable with
He
gets real
personal.
He's squeezing them in tight. And you know, if I'm somebody that a lot of women adore Chris Brown, you might be a little jealous about that. But Chris Brown's not taking your girl, bro. He's like, he's got a line that he's getting a rack for each girl. Like, move past that, bro. It's not a big deal.
To me, he's all, I want to give my fans like what they paid for. Like they're paying $1,000.
That fantasy, touch my cheeks.
They're paying $1,000. Let's give them what they want.
Just saying, at the end of the day, Missy's right.
I want to see just join the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. We're talking about Chris Brown out here breaking up relationships. So first of all, what I want to know from the chat is if you're in a relationship and your girl or guy, I don't know that Chris Brown would do it with a guy. So I guess this goes to the fellas out there. And it goes to the ladies, but you just imagine the opposite situation. So guys, if you are in a relationship with a woman and she pays $1,100 to let Chris Brown grope up on her for a picture, how do you feel about this? Do you stay with her? Do you break up? Do you feel like Junior on Luminary Sounds where he says it's just entertainment and Misty says it's just entertainment and he's just engaging with his fans, so it should be cool? How do you feel about this? Mo Cherie says, it's just boundaries you don't cross. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't want no woman putting their hands on my man. I don't give a fuck how much they pay. And that's the question, Mo Cherie. That's where I'm at with it. To me, the answer, I can't give you a definitive answer how I would feel because I need to know, like, for instance, if the woman I'm with, it gets mad if I look at another woman, if she gets mad if I like another girl's Instagram post, if she gets mad that I watch porn, if she gets mad at any of those things, then she has no grounds to pay Chris Brown to grip up on her cheeks. And we will fight and it will be a mega stomp down, drag out fight. With me, if you tell me I can't do none of those things, but you want to let Chris Brown grab on your cheeks in a photo, we gonna have major fucking problems for me. Like, that's how I get down. But if you're like lenient and you don't care if I look at other women and you don't like, I'm not gonna do anything with those other women. But if you don't care that I look, if you don't care that, you know, that I, you know, if I have a long leash or no leash at all, then I'm open to it. But I just don't like hypocrisy. Like, I cannot stand hypocrisy in a relationship. That shit makes me want to kill somebody, yo. So if you want to let Chris Brown grab on your cheeks, but then you don't want allow me to get my little sexual proclivities off, it's a problem. It's a huge problem. The name Uno just joined in Instagram. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Grambino says, wait, hold on. Shit, let me scroll up. John Mercado says, oh, wait, you got to tell me about your first experience at Pine Saloon. I got you. The name Uno says, let's start with JT with the laughing emojis. We're already on to Chris Brown, but we will get to the JT for sure. Let's see. A lot of people saying what's up to each other in the chat. Grambino said, let's start with Kendrick. We're going to fit Kendrick in if we can. I see Chris Dollar just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. The name Uno says, bro had medical, HIV, coke, Molly, and poppers with liquor in his system. And oh, I didn't even hear that part about Justin Timberlake. We going to get to all of that. I didn't hear that. Holy shit. Grambino 740 says, it's ballsy to make all of your money off a black art form and then don't want your daughter dating a black guy. That's like saying you want a bagel but no Jewish people near that. We gonna talk about lefty gunplay too, because that is absolutely crazy, and that's kind of my take, but I think it's a little more nuanced, but I do think it's absolutely insane. Grambino says, it seems like maybe my relationship has bigger issues than Chris Brown. I like that. The name Uno says, I texted you my response. Fucking mods won't let me post, but that's what I want to say. Okay, so the name Uno says, well, one of these niggas is soft. He says, one, these niggas is soft. 2, I'm leaving my girl for spending $1,000 a pick. You have bad money spending habits. You can't be my wife. Fuck all that. Nigga taking my bitch shit. He don't want your bitch. First of all Chris Brown sings about is taking people's bitches, so I don't believe that he don't want my bitch. He's sung enough songs about taking my bitch that I'm not even taking that chance. I'm sorry. I don't trust you, my G. If Young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you. But I do agree that it is, well, maybe it depends. Like, how much money do you have? You know what I'm saying? Maybe she can afford spending that extra $1,000. If she can afford it, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Mosherie says, I feel like some women don't like when their man watches porn, like when they like other women's posts. It's just insecurity. DJ Slick with the hands up. What's up, Slick? Thank you for joining. Mina Azul, thank you for joining as well. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Peace out. Misha's in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Mosherie, I understand what you're saying. Like, some women don't like when their men watch porn. Again, that to me is the same as this conversation with Chris Brown. Like, it depends on how you treat me, right? Like, if you don't want me to watch porn, but you watch porn, or if you don't want me to watch porn, but you read like the little porno novels, then I'm gonna have a problem with you 100%. But if you let me do my thing and you do your thing, we're gonna be okay. Mr. Man to the top, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Chris Dollar says, 100, I might get in trouble, but that's facts. Music is key is in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. The name Uno says, my girl spending $1,000 for a pic is crazy. And you keep saying $1,000, but it's $1,100. It's 10% more than what you're saying. It's $1,100. This is what I can't reconcile, though, ladies. This is where you can really help me out. I don't understand why, like, it's just hard for me to reconcile that you would pay somebody to let you grab the cheeks, but then in the same breath say I don't want to be sexualized. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just really hard for my masculine brain to reconcile. I don't judge you, and that's within your right to do it. Like, that's 100% cool, and I'm not like I'm not mad at you for it, but like I don't like for instance, like if you paid Chris Brown $1,100 to let him grab your cheeks, and then I see that picture, and then you come to me and are like, but you got to take me out on a date and do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to look at you like you're crazy. I'm going to be like, you pay me. I'm at least a third of Chris Brown. Pay me $400 and you take me out. If you out here paying niggas to grip your cheeks up, then I'm at least a quarter of as valuable as Chris Brown. You need to pay me to take you out. I'm not paying to take you out nowhere. If you paying niggas to grab you, I don't care that it's Chris Brown. I don't care who it is. Like, pay me. That's just gonna make me feel real. I don't like that. And Music is Key said it's $1,111 to be exact. That's smart branding, but wild. Grambino says it's really hard because it makes 0 sense. Zero zip. Yeah, I think a lot of men are going to have problems reconciling this like logically, right? Like, I understand that a lot of behaviors aren't logical, but like I have a super logical brain, and just logically I cannot reconcile. Like, if I ever was talking to a woman who paid that for Chris Brown, she would have a hard time getting me to pay for anything. I'm just gonna be 100% real. As sad as that is, as ridiculous as that, it depends. Like, if she's just taking a picture and they're like in a regular picture, cool. But if he's like gripped up on the cheeks like this, nah, I'm not paying for. I'm sorry, I can't. My ego is too fragile for that. Music is Key says, but yeah, paying that is poor spending to me. I won't lie. These same motherfuckers who complain about rent in Cali is too high, but spend that on one pick. That's a good point. Music is key. But again, to me, it comes down to how much money you have. Some of these women out here is getting it. Some of them got the money. They got an extra $1,000 to spend. So if you got it, in that sense, it's your money. I'm not mad at you. Do what you need to do. Mina Azul says, no one gets to touch me, with the clap. No one gets to touch me. But it's all about time and place. Do you want to be treated like a client or a suitor? Okay, she out here talking business. I like it. She's separating the business from the pleasure. I respect that. The name Uno says, I get that, I guess. They're paying for him to act like their boyfriend. But yeah, it's cap if you going for that logic alone. Again, I don't care. I don't care that it's Chris Brown. If you pay anybody to pretend to be your boyfriend and you want me to date you, you also need to pay me to pretend to be your boyfriend. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just as cool as that nigga. I can't dance and do backflips, but I'm just as important to the culture as that nigga. In my mind, I'm sorry. I don't care. You can't convince me otherwise. So if you have paid a man to pretend to be your boyfriend, continue that tradition with me. That's all I'm saying. Chris Dollar said, talk that talk. Uno says, your boyfriend can touch you in pics, so I get it, but you gone, with the laughing emojis. Mina Azul says, yo, if someone paid that much for me though, I'd spend it on a good time for myself and whoever my man would be at that time. See, that's different, right? Like, I've thought about that before. Like, could I let, like, let's say the roles were reversed, right? Would I let, let's say my girl was a porn star and she was at a porn expo and dudes were paying $1,100 to like grip up on her cheeks or like feel on her titties or something like that. But then she took that money and then took me out afterwards. Would her taking me out with the money make me feel okay with other niggas rubbing up on her? Probably not. Probably not. I've never been in that situation. I feel like, honestly, the only way that I'm okay with like borderline prostitution and sex work in the relationship is if we're not monogamous. Like, that's pretty much it in my mind. Like, if we're non-monogamous and like maybe you bring me threesomes and shit, then we could work it out. But if I have to be like, if I have to play like you're a normal girlfriend, but you get to be like a sex worker in our relationship. For me, that just doesn't vibe. I don't like that. The name Uno says, love don't cost a thing. You, Christina, that I'm dead. I agree though. Love should not, for the most part, love should not cost a thing. The name Uno says, at the time at Mina Azul. K Sav just joined the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream. So did Creature. Mama Duop says $1,100 for something / someone you'll never really have. I'd rather buy hella tacos, a whole chocolate cake, and an amazing spa day than go home and grab on my husband. Peace out. Me said, wait, start over. So for those of you that are just starting, for those of you that are just joining, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. We're talking about Chris Brown is out here breaking up relationships because women all over the world are paying $1,100 to take a fake boyfriend pic with Chris Brown where they let him grab on them and rub on them however they want. And so a woman that had a boyfriend recently went to the Chris Brown 1111 tour. She paid $1,100 to let Chris Brown hold her in a picture in an intimate way. And the boyfriend broke up with her when he saw the pic and when he found out, because he was like, nah, you're not paying $1,100 to let Chris Brown make me look like a fool. What kind of shit is that? So peace out, Mish. That's what we're talking about. And let's continue this video, and then keep dropping your input in the chat. Let me know what you think, but I want to continue this video. It's a 9-minute video. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but definitely subscribe to Luminary Sounds on YouTube and give this whole video a watch, because I think they did a good job with this. Krista Thrillers, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Same for you, Alyssa Rosalia 22. Mo Cherie says, tell him. K Sav says, preach, bro. And Mo Cherie says, it would probably definitely hurt the ego. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That shit is gonna hurt my ego 1,000%. Like, if I'm your boyfriend and you pay $1,100 to let another nigga grab your cheeks, that's gonna hurt my ego. I'm not even gonna hold you. Continuing the video.
She's right.
Touch my
So do you guys think that it was right that the boyfriend broke up with her?
No, I think that he should understand this is a business. Chris Brown's this is how he makes extra money from what he does and whatever.
You know,
charges to the game, man.
I know you guys are gonna think this is funny, but maybe you may not think this is funny, but you guys probably know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
Usher singing to Keke Palmer.
Take it, girl.
Immediately, I thought of that as well.
I thought about that because it's sort of like with these artists, right? Like Junior alluded to, they're trying to actually have fun with their crowd. They're trying to, because I mean, these are people that have went through a pandemic where they haven't had a big audience in a couple of years.
Sure.
So now people are outside again. They're starting to go to shows, and when we outside,
so, right?
So now they're trying to find a way. Let's interact with our crowd.
Okay, he brought up a point. He's taking it somewhere that I wouldn't take it. He's saying that Usher kind of did the same thing and it should be all good. And like when Usher danced on and sang on Keke Palmer and all the women were cool with that. But this is the same exact thing. I think that the difference is, would women be cool with this if this was a man doing it? That's the question. I don't have the answer for that, because I know some women would be cool with that. I can tell you what I have experienced in my life, and in my life, most women I know would not be cool with this. If the roles were reversed, right? If it was Nicki Minaj and I paid Nicki Minaj, if I had a girlfriend and I paid Nicki Minaj $1,100 to act like she was jacking me off or some shit like that, there is no world in which any woman I have ever dated would be okay with that shit, ever. Same thing. Let's say instead of Usher in Las Vegas, let's say it was Sierra in Las Vegas, and Sierra pulled me up on stage and started like freaking on me and acting like she was gonna let me fuck. The women that I have dated, there is no world in which any of those women would be okay with that. And so for me, I would not be okay with any of the women that I have dated paying Chris Brown $1,100, because they have shown me that they would not be cool with me doing the reverse. And I cannot abide hypocrisy. That shit drives me fucking crazy, especially in relationships. So I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for all men. I'm speaking for myself, but I could not handle that shit. That shit would drive me crazy. Not because of jealousy, but because of hypocrisy. If there was hypocrisy involved in the situation, I couldn't do it. I'm switching back to Twitch, but let's see. Mina Azul says, I have had some people like that. I have an OnlyFans and enjoy the Simps paying. I have had some people that like I have had some people like that I have an OnlyFans and enjoyed the Simps paying me. So I think what she's saying is that she has been with people, been in relationships with people who like that she has OnlyFans members and enjoy that the Simps on OnlyFans pay her money, and they're into that shit. And I think that, you know, I get that. I know that some people are into that. Again, for me, it's not necessarily whether I'm into it or not. It's more so like, if you as the own, like if I'm dating you and you have an OnlyFans, but you are really restrictive on you, if you have an OnlyFans, to me, if I'm dating you and you have an OnlyFans, then to me that says that you don't want traditional standard relationship parameters, because you having an OnlyFans within our relationship is not traditional and standard, and I'm cool with that. I'm 100% okay with that. But that means that you have to be okay with me not following those traditional standards, right? You don't get to have an OnlyFans and sell pictures of your vagina and then make me adhere to standard relationship rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't live like that. We have to be on equal footing. We have to be equally yoked. But if we are equally yoked, I think I'm cool with that. Like, I think if you have an OnlyFans, but you're cool with me, like, I don't know what the equivalent, because I'm not going to start an OnlyFans. So I guess in my mind, the equivalent of me having an OnlyFans would be me subscribing to OnlyFans, right? Like, I don't subscribe to anybody's OnlyFans, but if you had an OnlyFans and you made content, then you would need to be cool with me subscribing to someone else's OnlyFans. And if that was the case, then we could be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if not, then we would have problems. The name Uno said, and still have leftover money. And then Mina Azul says, at the name Uno, sorry, I meant for my bat. Okay, look at them trying to get sexy in the chat. I see you. Grambino says, let's get to the sex. Quoted from Bobby Hill. Yo, King of the Hill. It's a real, that's like the whitest, realest show on TV, even though it's animated and they're not real people. That's the realest white people show on TV, I think. The name Uno says, bro. Grambino says, my wife just said she's fine letting people pay $1,100 to pose with my goofy ass as long as she gets her cut. Even if they were like groping you, grabbing your dick and shit, like, she's cool with that shit. The name Uno said, did you hear about that nigga Turtle nigga who got fired from his job because he went on a pop a balloon show, and people hated him after his appearance, that they called the job and left a ton of shit on him and got him fired? Hold on. So I saw who you're talking about. It was the super greasy, slimy dude who, like, as soon as he walked up with his like nefarious look, people started popping the balloon. That dude, I saw that. I didn't know that he got fired, but I did see that. I don't think he should be fired for being a douchebag. That's absolutely crazy. I don't think that should be allowed, but he was a super, super douchebag. We can talk about that on tomorrow's episode. I'm not going to bring that into the fold because I still want to get to Kendrick, and I still want to talk about Lefty Gunplay and maybe Justin Timberlake. But I did see that. That shit was crazy. Grambino says, this is what happens when you marry a doctor, especially well, this is what happens when you marry a doctor. So she's about that bread. He said, I'm the pretty one. Stop. I don't believe you, Grambino. Not that you're not pretty, but I'm just not finna let you sit up here in this chat when that your wife is listening to and call yourself the pretty one. I'm sorry. I'm not finna, even if she's okay with it, I'm not finna let you do it. Mina Azul said, it's not okay when your partner isn't okay with it. Who cares about celebs? Drop them. They just want attention and clout. That's a good point, Mina Azul. Yeah, I think the same thing. I just hear a lot of language where people were like, and again, I'm not trying to do a blanket statement for all women. or all men, like, but in my experience, when it comes to women doing OnlyFans, I hear a lot of women being like, it's cool and men should be okay with it. But then on the same hand, they'll say that they don't like their men liking other girls' Instagram pics. They don't like their men subscribing to other women's OnlyFans. And I think that's where the disconnect comes in. I think honestly, in my mind, a lot of this red pill shit comes from men. A lot of this red pill shit and manosphere shit comes from immature men who are not able to reconcile the logic that they see online. So a lot of those men see women saying that I should be able to have an OnlyFans, I should be able to do whatever I want, but you should just do whatever I want you to do. You don't have that same autonomy. And I think that a lot of men in the manosphere and on the red pill side are too immature to like process that and reconcile that and have the conversation of like, okay, cool. I don't like if you think like that, you're just not for me, and I'm just gonna go find a woman that is. Instead, they'll just focus on these type of women and treat every woman in the world as if they operate this way. And I think that's a big part of where the red pill comes from in my mind. Music is Key said, oh yeah, he bagged a 23-year-old. The name Uno says, yes, the nigga that did the plumber. Yeah, he said, I'm a certified plumber. But when he walked up to that joint, like the way he walked up, the way his whole shoulders were bigger than his legs, like I'm sorry. A nigga like that, I would just never trust a nigga like that. He did look untrustworthy, but I don't think he deserved to lose his job. Y'all should go see that Papa Balloon episode. You should see the Papa Balloon episode because he is crazy looking, and the way he's just like looking around and his eyes are darting, I understand why the girls pop the balloons 100%. He should not lost his job over that. Grambino is laughing at what Mina Azul says, and he says, I had an OnlyFans with hashtag bars. The name Uno laughing in the chat. My bad, Instagram. I'm not trying to ignore y'all, but the Twitch chat is going crazy. I see it's XO Joe. It's XO Jess just joined. Thank you for joining. K-Sav said, Chris Brown is cool, but never gonna make me a fool. That part. Mama Doo-Wop says, way too toxica. And Casey Family and Shorty Doo-Wop just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. We were just talking about Chris Brown and how he's breaking up happy homes out here with his 11/11 tour. If you missed any part of that conversation, please rewatch the show on YouTube, Twitch. It'll be available tomorrow as soon as the stream is done. So you can rewatch any portion of that conversation that you missed. Let me pull up this Justin Timberlake getting arrested, but in the meantime we will watch a music video or two. If there's anything you want to hear, I'd be happy to play your request. It's just $5, Cash App or Venmo. Our Venmo is Connect the Coast 2021. Our Cash App is Connect the Coast. Just make sure you put the name of the song in the title in the memo, and I got you. Up next on CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast, we have, let us see.
I got that holy water. Since I'm swagging.
Let's do this. Nah, I wanted to do that. I'm Mr. Make It Happen. Big Time Bake, Oxnard, California. CTC Radio. Let's go.
If I want something, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm Mr. Make It Happen. If I want something, I'm gonna get it. I'm Mr. I'm Mr. Make It Happen. Mr. Get Shit Done. Mr. Always about the action. I'm what? I'm Mr. By the Bag. Mr. You can find me in first place, can never be in last. I'm him. I'm Mr. Make It Happen. I'm Mr. Make It Happen. That's me. You know I make shit happen. I'm Mr. Call me Mr. Wait.
Mr. Baker, Mr. Big Time. Tony Hawk Pro Skater in this bitch, I'm on my big ride. Niggas hating from the bench, they riding pine, they dick ride. Know I'm in that, know I'm in something yo bitch like. In this whip I'm lurking, bitch I'm swerving, moving with a purpose. Always catch me working, jeans chunky, pockets Kendrick Perkins. Way too many serpents, niggas shady, open up the curtains. He said his life a movie, turn it scary, turn it Timmy Burton. It's just me versus me on D&D, cause niggas stay disturbing. I don't need no sleep, put feet on creek, you know I step with urgence. All this truth I speak, I need to preach, I think I need a sermon. He said he a beast, he can't be least, well bitch I'm Stevie Irwin. Y'all got yes man, I got no man, told that no in German. I be pushing P, all these niggas pushing Pee Wee Herman. I was down bad, but now I'm up, remember my pockets hurting. Even if I ain't got it, I'll make it happen, nigga that's for certain. I'm Mr. Make It Happen, Mr. Get Shit Done, Mr. Always about the action. I'm Mr. By the Bag, Mr. You can find me in first place, could never be in last. I'm Mr. Make It Happen. I'm Mr. Make It Happen. That's me. You know I make shit happen. I'm Mr. Bitch, I'm Mr. Make It Happen. Mr. Steppin', make shit move. Mr. Acting asshole in this bitch. I'm Cusco in my groove. Sippin' on that potion, turn the beast, you know we turn the goon. And all my niggas crunk, pull that one lever and they make shit boom. All this paper on me, looking mummy, put me in a tomb. That nigga acting funny, leave his top red, now he raccoon. How you feelin', Bake? I feel great ape when the sun turn the moon. This gold on my neck, you think a Super Saiyan in the room. Mr. Make It Happen. By the bag, bitch, I ain't never changed. Getting rich off rapping, y'all just rhyme, we is not the same. He just want the fame, I want the ring. I'm trying to get a champ, I walk through.
CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Big Time Bake. It's called Make It Happen. He's out of Oxnard, California. If you like that joint, make sure you add it to your libraries, add it to your playlist. Let them know where you heard it first. Mina Azul is in the chat. She says, I don't like when people subscribe to me and they're dishonest with their partner, meaning OnlyFans. She says, don't tell me about it. I won't answer those awkward messages. So people subscribe to your OnlyFans and then tell you that they're lying to their partner about it. That's very weird. That's super weird. The name Uno says it could preview Monica. We're going to do that at the very end of the show, but I got you. Graham Mino says, Mina, my wife will probably message you and be like, let's get this bread with the LO. I'm dead, yo. Grambino says, wait, he in front of a Chrysler 300? Stop. I'm not. The name Uno says, Grambino 740. You're crazy with the laughing emojis. Grambino says, yep, it's like a Rolls Royce fan. It's like a Rolls Get all the way the fuck out of here, Grambino. I still fuck with that song. Dubs doing music. Doo-wop in the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Next up on CTC Radio, we have surprising news, yo. Justin Timberlake, of all people, was arrested. Does this signal that white people are tired of all black culture, including white people who dabble in black culture? Like, is it a wrap for you? Like, if Justin Timberlake is out here getting handcuffed and hauled off to jail, it ain't no hope for any of us at all. Y'all best believe that, y'all. This shit is absolutely crazy. Let's get into this.
Justin Timberlake has been released from custody following his DWI arrest in the Hamptons. After the 43-year-old was taken into custody and held overnight, Justin is spotted leaving a Sag Harbor courtroom June 18th, a free man. As he exits the courthouse, Justin can be seen wearing jeans, a gray graphic t-shirt, and a short-sleeved black cardigan, along with a black baseball hat, white Nike shoes, and shades. According to police per NBC News, Justin was charged with 1 count of driving while intoxicated during his arraignment and released without bail. A source close to the situation tells E! News that Justin, quote, was at dinner with friends on the evening of June 17th in the Sag Harbor neighborhood of Long Island, New York, just ahead of his arrest. The insider adds, as he left the restaurant, there was a patrol car seemingly stationed near the restaurant. He was stopped and arrested. Nobody was hurt. According to NBC News, citing the criminal complaint, Timberlake was behind the wheel of a gray BMW with Florida plates when he was stopped at 12:17 a.m., initially for driving through a stop sign and failing to stay on the right side of the road. But once police spoke to Timberlake, they said it was clear the motorist was not in shape to drive, according to the complaint written by Sag Harbor Village police officer Michael Arkinson, per NBC News. Arkinson wrote it was ascertained that the defendant was operating said vehicle in an intoxicated condition, and that his eyes were bloodshot and glassy, a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage was emanating from his breath, he was unable to divide attention, he had slowed speech, he was unsteady on foot, and he performed poorly on all standardized field sobriety tests. Per the complaint via NBC News, the officer quoted Timberlake as saying, "I had one martini and I followed my friends home." He also declined to be tested for
Order in the
impairment,
court!
allegedly telling police, "No, I'm not doing a chemical test." Justin, who shares sons Silas and Phineas with wife Jessica Biel, has been on his Forget Tomorrow World Tour since April. He is slated to take the stage for his next leg in Chicago June 21st, before moving on to performances in New York and Boston later this month.
Sheesh. I'm less surprised that he was driving drunk, and I'm more surprised that, like, he got arrested and was, like, held accountable for that shit. Like, I'm sure Justin Timberlake throughout his life has been, and this is speculation, I don't have any insight into this, I don't know, but I'm sure Justin Timberlake and people of his ilk have been arrested for driving drunk or being under the influence multiple times and gotten away with it. So the fact that he didn't get away with it, to me, just kind of confirms my belief that there's a shift in culture right now that's happening, that, like, celebrities just are not as valuable to the public as they once were. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're harder to relate to. People are broker. And, you know what I'm saying? And, like, especially celebrities, I think, who don't seem like they've chosen a side, or maybe seem like they've chosen a side because of the kind of content that they make. And as much as Justin Timberlake is a pop artist, I wonder, would this have happened to what's the pop and country artist name that got in trouble for the racist song? Would this have happened to him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm curious to know. I don't have the answer for that. I'm curious to know. The name Uno says, we can preview Monica tomorrow. Dinner calling my name. Got you. No, I mean, I think there'll still be time to do it afterwards. Mina Azul says, the name Uno, you didn't call me for dinner though. Grambino says, second prettiest mugshot ever. The name Uno says, Mina Azul says, you know why? Don't play with me. Grambino says, this is the system working the way that it's supposed to. That's 100% true. Like, that's why it's a little hard. I mean, it's not even a little hard for me to be mad at them. I'm not mad at this shit at all. Like, the Justin Timberlakes of the world should get in trouble for DWIs and DUIs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the system should work. It shouldn't just be the Jose's and the Jeromes of the world getting DWIs. So I'm not mad at it. I'm just a little surprised that, like, he's a Tennessee, he's a good old boy from Tennessee that, like, everybody loves. So I'm really, really shocked that the patriarchy didn't protect him. Amina Azul says, JT, get an Uber or a driver. You got the money to be safer than that. But he also has the money to pay $10,000 for a DWI. Like, I hate how people try to frame, like, DWIs as though you're a bad person when, like, the entire every single cop that I know, and it's not too many of them, but I do know a couple cops, and every single one of them drives under the influence while on duty. And I'm sure they're not the only ones. So, like, this is, again, comes back to a conversation we've been having, but we've been having publicly since I've been having this conversation for years, but I've been having it publicly since the Kendrick and Drake battle. Is we need to decide as a country, like, what are our morals? Do we really care that people drive drunk? You know what I'm saying? Because tons of police and sheriffs do it all the time, but they enforce the law so they don't get caught. So do firefighters. So do military people. Do we really care about that shit? You know what I'm saying? Is it that big of a deal? I don't know. Grambino says, this is actually the best part of the Trump fallout. We can now hopefully see much more of this. Celebrity it's a shield. This celebrity is not a shield. No, 100%. The name Uno says, we can play it if you want. I'm here eating steak bites to CTC watching a camel. Let's go. Grambino says, speaking of Kendrick, I want to give Kendrick more than 10 minutes, so I don't know that we're going to get to this tonight. I think I'm just going to play the name Uno, and we're going to get out of here. We'll talk about Kendrick tomorrow because it's a very interesting conversation. And I think my opinion might surprise a lot of people. It shouldn't, because I've been consistent about this point, but it might surprise a lot of people. So we'll get to the Kendrick tomorrow. I'm just trying to get my goddamn phone to airdrop this shit to my computer. So give me 1 second. It's only goddamn 2 megabytes. I don't know why it's tripping like that. But this has been dope. I'm sorry again that I started late. That was not my intention, but I'm working on a big project until the end of July. That's going to take most of my time, and it might interrupt CTC radio schedule. So until the end of July or the beginning of August, my CTC radio schedule may be sporadic, and I'm just going to need you guys to hang in there with me because my job pays my bills. If you want me to do this full time, then that's up to you. You can go to our CTC apparel shop and buy merch. If you buy enough merch, maybe I can quit my job and just do this full time. You know what I'm saying? I love my job, so it's gonna take a lot of sales for me to quit. But if you want me to be on here on time every night, that's what it's gonna take. So go to CTC apparel shop, get yourself some merch. If you can't do that, mint yourself some digital collectibles from sound.xyz/ConnectTheCoast, or you can mint yourself some Connect Comics from bonfire.xyz/ConnectComics, or you can buy yourself some weed from our Connect Cannabis store, which is our cannabis delivery service, which is live right now, and the link for that is also in our bio. We deliver cannabis from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. all over San Luis Obispo County. These are all ways you can help support the stream. But if not, and you're cool with it, then I'm cool with it, and I'll just go on sporadically as I can while I clean up this project at my work. But I definitely appreciate you guys being understanding. Let me try to get this through the text app. I don't know what the fucking issue is. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. There we go. I just had to use a different whole app. Cool, let's do this. Let's world premiere this Bats. This is the homie Uno and Luigi, better known as Bats. Very, very dope duo out of South County 805. This song is not even out yet. It doesn't even have an official title yet. It's being called Monica right now. But Uno wants your help to know what we should title it. So this is a world premiere. Once again, Monica by Bats, aka Luigi and Uno. World premiere. Let's go.
Sexy motherfucker.
She wanna hop on me, I know she love my world.
Mina said call it Chris Brown hug. I'm dead.
The Maybes and the Burleys get them pearls, yeah. And I just fly around, you know I need my girls like Lewinsky's. Baby, I need a Monica Lewinsky. Oh yeah, white girl Tennessee, she love her whiskey. Baby, love the vibe, she tryna get free. Baby, tryna handcuff, tryna get Monica's, that's Monica's. I got some girls that's gon' line it up. So many girls on our team that's gon' love us. So many girls on our team that's gon' rap us. I know that you mad, you really fall for us. You sick, you really want it up. Yeah, I know that you sick, you really fall for us. Yeah, I'm the one that lied, don't need to come for her. Yeah, I'm the one that lied, that's not one fall girl like a Monica. And baby girl, I need my side girl for me. Girl, I need a Monica.
Hell yeah.
I love it when my side girl ride my pony.
Girl, I think I need a Monica. Need a Monica. Need a Monica. Tell me cause you be a Monica. Be a Monica. I can fall in love. Pristine, 23. No, you've been what I'm heading for my main thing. Shawty is a freak, I'm a real fiend. Girl, you always treat it like a real fling. Just
Yo, this dude's voice is so crazy.
When I sing, I might fuck around and make you the main thing.
Girl like Monica. And baby girl, I need my side girl for me. Girl, I need a Monica. I love it when my side girl ride my pony. Ain't tryna just shit on my heart. She tryna just shit on my heart. Tryna shoot with a Cupid heart. And we never get to get it right. Yeah, I'm always gonna tell your heart. Yeah, I'm always gonna break your heart. But that answer I cannot ignore. Hell yeah. You get down on falls. Put your hands on your ankles up. Little baby, I need a Monica, no whiskey. Oh yeah. Little baby, know her body out of control. And I told that girl I never leave my home. Monica, little whiskey, all up in my home.
That's brand new music from Bats, the duo out of South County, 805. It's not even named yet, but we're calling it Monica. I would call it sexual relations, since Bill Clinton said I did not have sexual relations with that young woman. I would call that song Sexual Relations. You feel what I'm saying? But I dig it. World premiere, CTC Radio. We're the only radio station in the world to play that song. So make sure you tap in, give Uno a follow. Gambino said, but he did though. But he said he didn't. We gotta take his word for it. We weren't there. We weren't there. Mina Azul said, call it Bill. Throw us all off. I kind of like that. I kind of like Bill. I kind of like Bill. I'm into that. I'm not mad at that. Grambino said, either way, tap in with the name Uno on Twitch. Give him a follow. He's also in the Instagram chat. Give him a follow there. The name Uno on either one. King Trip is in the chat. Active Always 999 is in the chat. Thank you for joining. Peace out. Mish likes it, which is a vibe. She has good taste. Let him know how you feel about it. I will be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I got to get back to work, y'all, but I hope you all have a great night. Once again, it would really mean the world if you could support us by buying merch or using our cannabis delivery service, Connect Cannabis. Tap the link in our Instagram bio. We deliver cannabis directly to your location as long as you're in SLO County. Just needs to be between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. 7 days a week. But I hope to see you. I hope you guys use that service because that's a great way to support this show. So please do. I will see everybody tomorrow night, 6 p.m. I hope you all have a great night. This was a really, really fun show. Thank you for participating in the chat, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Lonzo on the bass, so you know the bitch. Just me and you. What's good with you? Yo king, yo prince, my queen, my bitch. Your lips, your eyes, your hips, your thighs. We met tonight.